Jacob and Esau, one against another, opposing forces. All right. Jacob, the righteous. All right. Esau, the evil, the wicked. All right. Now, in that Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, right, that verse 12, it talks about how it says, some hath he cursed. All right. Well, let's go look and see who he has cursed. All right. According to Isaiah 34, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right. Idumea is the people of his curse. Well, what do Idumea mean? Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. And here it is right here. Here go the word Idumea right there with the T right there for text. And then there go the text right there. Edom. Edom. All right. That's what Idumea means. Edom. Right there. All right. Edom. The Edomites. Esau. Edom are the people of the Most High's curse, because they're slated for eradication, basically, because they are the wicked. Okay. And they, once their use is up, they're going to be discarded, eradicated. This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right. He made all things for himself and for his purpose, for his plan, for his prophecies, for his will to happen just like he wanted to happen. There needed to be a bad guy, just like in movies. All right. You have the what is it called? The protagonist and the antagonist. All right. It's no different. Okay. And guess what? During most of the movie, the bad guy be winning. All right. The bad guy be winning. But then ultimately, for the most part, in most movies, the bad guy winds up losing at the end and the good guy wins. Okay. This is what's going to happen in the Most High's movie. This is where they get all these movies from. Bunch of movies come right here from the Bible. Okay. And the wicked right now, all right, is winning. All right. Because he's giving the world over unto the wicked. Now, right. Going back to that Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 33:12, it also said, but some of them hath he cursed. We just looked up who he cursed in Isaiah 34 and 5. Idumea, Edom, all right, are the people of his curse. All right, because they are slated for ultimate, eradication ultimately. Okay, and it says, and some of them have he cursed and brought low. Okay, well, brought low. Let me go to Daniel 4 and 17. This is the book of Daniel 4 and 17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, the kingdom of men is right here on the earth. And the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. And it says, and he giveth the earth and power over it and power over all other nations. He giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. All right. The basis of men is ruling right now. All right. But just for a time and a purpose. OK. And the Most High, that was part of his will. Just like, writers and producers and directors of a movie, all right, they have the bad guy winning damn near majority of the movie. But at the end, the good guy wins, all right? And so here it is, the Most High has set over this present evil world the bases of men. All right. Because remember, he just said some of them have he cursed and brought low. All right. Because they're just the basis of men, wicked, totally in opposition of the Most High God, totally in opposition of righteousness, totally in opposition of life. All right. And the Most High said, hey, he set it them over the whole earth, over the whole world. All right. And they're going to rule with their nature of being wicked, their nature of being evil. They were made that way. The Most High rendered to them that way. All right. All for his ultimate will, all for his ultimate perfect will, perfect plan. All right. And it was all done for the learning of his special chosen children, who's the one slated to rule in the kingdom of men right here on the earth for eternity in righteousness with the Most High's ways. All right. But right now he set it over it, the basis of men, the lowest. All right. That's why Job 9:24, it says, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. All right. The wicked, what do? He covereth. All right. If you cover something, that means you covering the truth with a lie. This is what the wicked does. All right. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. But the point is that the earth is given into their hand. All right. For a moment, for a time and a purpose. All right. He set it up over the earth, the bases of men. The bases of men are the wicked. OK. And we read that how, matter of fact, we about to read. Right. Yep. Let me go to Malachi. All right. Malachi to see, well, who is this wicked people? All right. Well, Malachi 1:1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Well, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. All right, because they are the wicked. They were made to be that way. All right. And while they are a necessary evil, he still hates the evil. He still hates the wicked. All right. And so it says that they, the Edomites, Esau, Edom, are the border of wickedness. Wherever they go, they have wickedness is there. All right. They are the beginning of wickedness. That's their nature. All right. That's how they were made to be the wicked. Okay. They were made to be that way. And once again, they're just fulfilling their nature. They're fulfilling their part in the Most High's movie, in the Most High's plan, his will. All right. They're fulfilling it. This is the book of Isaiah 26. The book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 10. It says, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. Why? Because he's going to revert back to his nature. Everyone does. All right. You're going to revert back to your nature of being Esau, Edom, of being the brought low, of being the basis of men, of being the wicked. All right. it says, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. Yet will he, and here go the word learned, all right, which is the Hebrew word. Matter of fact, right here, all right, you see the word learned. I'm going to click learn, H3925, lamad, lamad. All right. And learn, teach, exercise, to be taught, be trained, right? Accustomed, right? Expert. They will not be skillful. They will not learn. They will not be instructed. They won't be an expert, all right, in righteousness. All right. Because it says, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn. All right. Yet will he not, lamad, learn righteousness. All right, he can't. He will not. If you show him favor, he still can't learn righteousness. All right. If something was made to go right, all right, then no, you're gonna go right. If something was made to go up, you're gonna go up. All right. If something was made to do wicked, you gonna do wicked. And even if you do good, it's ultimately an ultimate agenda to do something wicked. All right? Because that is their nature. That is how they were made. All right? To fulfill the Most High's will. We read in the Bible here. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. All right? Even if we allow them, all right, you know what? We're going to let them, be in the kingdom, the kingdom of heaven with us, and we're going to give them their allotted lands after, their slavery, after their punishment, because this is what's going to happen to all heathen nations after they go into slavery and their punishment for 1,000 years, as it is written. All right. Then Esau, Edom is going to be eradicated, but then all other heathen nations are going to go to the allotted lands we give them, and we're going to teach them our ways, all right, which they're not going to do it perfectly like us, the Israelites, the special chosen children of the Most High God, who's going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our minds and our hearts. All right, so we're going to do it perfectly. The other nations, they won't do it perfectly, but they sin and transgressing the law won't be as prevalent as it is in this present evil world. All right, but the point is that if we allow Esau, Edom still to go to a allotted land we would give them, they would do nothing. All right, but try to do all manner of wickedness, because that's how they were made. All right. We're trying to teach them our ways and stuff, the ways of righteousness, the ways of life. They will not learn it. All right. Because they were made to do the opposite of life. They were made to do the opposite of righteousness. All right. The Most High have rendered unto them being the wicked. And it says they will not, the Bible is saying they will not learn righteousness. Now, of course, after that 1,000 years of, them being slaves and their punishment, the Bible says in Obadiah, they're going to be eradicated. All right. Because that's all that they were made to do. They can't do nothing else. So we don't need them anymore. Okay. So, let me carry on and go to this, Ecclesiastes 7 and 13. It says, consider the work of God. Now remember, it just said in this Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 33 and 15, so look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. All right, that's the works, that's the wisdom of the Most High, that it is everything made two and two. All right, a balance, right? And so going back to this Ecclesiastes, 7 and 13. Consider the work of the Most High. For who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? All right. The Most High have made something crooked. We can't make it straight. All right. We can't make it straight. He made it crooked. And it was supposed, you got straight and you got crooked. All right. That's part of the works of the Most High. All right. So look upon the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another. Ecclesiastes 7 and 13 is telling you to consider the work of the Most High. For who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? The Most High made something a particular way. They have their particular nature. And they're going to revert back to their nature all the time. All right? All the time. No matter how much you play the game, and no matter as you try to, or not even try, you fake the funk and, you do something else. Nah, you're going to revert back to your nature. Esau, Edom reverts back to his nature all the time. No matter if he put on the front real quick, no matter if he throw on some sheep clothing, he going to revert back to being that wolf. All right? He going to revert to being crooked, because that is how he was made. Let's go to Jeremiah 13. Jeremiah 13 and 23. It says, can an Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? The answer is no. All right. Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil? Can an Ethiopian change his skin, or a leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil? Now let's look up that word accustomed. There go that word again. Lamad. All right. Lamad. Because there that is. See, accustomed. I'm going to click on accustomed. Same word as that when we were in Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. All right, where it said that yet will he not learn righteousness, show favor unto the wicked, yet will he not lamad, yet will he not learn righteousness. And then here it is. All right, that same word, all right, for learned, all right, is right here, accustomed. All right, so can that then may ye do good that are accustomed to do evil, that are learned in doing evil, that is, you're just like you custom made. All right, you got this made exactly like you know what I'm saying. So here it is. They're that's what they're taught, that's what they're learned, they're discipled. I mean, that's what they follow, it's their nature of being wicked. They're 2 and 2. All right. Good is set against evil. We read that good is set against evil. And we're seeing that Esau, Edom, all right, the nation of Esau, Edom, they are the wicked, the border of wickedness. All right, Idumea, Edom, they're brought low, and the people of the Most High's curse. But right now they're in power. Because Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked for a purpose and for a time. Okay? And that time is almost up. But the point is that is their nature. The Bible is letting you know every nation, every component of creation has its nature. All right? And what it's supposed to do. And everything is going to revert back to their nature. All right? Ultimately. All right? So then may you do good that are accustomed, all right, to do evil. Nah, you're going to do evil. All right, let me go to the book of Daniel 12. The book of Daniel 12 and 10. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly. It said the wicked shall do wickedly. All right. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. All right. The wise shall understand the works of the Most High, his will, his plan. All right. And there are 2 and 2, one against another. All right. And so everyone reverts back to their ways. Now, so I got that, and that was Esau, Edom. All right. And them being the wicked, made to be that way. All right. And they're in power right now. And that's why the scripture says, hey, choose none of his ways. Choose none of the ways of the wicked, even though they're in power right now and look like they winning, look like they gonna win, even though it don't look like that to someone in the know, but someone not in the know, and you just looking at them, they in power, they rich, it looking like they winning, look like they gonna win. And so you try to be on their side. You try to do the things that they do, so you can win too, right? See, but no, hey, like King David said, man, I almost was envious at the wicked till I understood their latter end. All right. Till I understood their latter end. So now us, the Israelites, we have the total opposing way of being wickedness, of being wicked. All right. This is how we were made. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 23. The book of Numbers, chapter 23. Now, it was a heathen king telling another heathen to basically curse us, the Israelites. All right. Numbers 23, and I'll start at 7. So it says, and he took up his parable and said, Balak, the king of Moab, have brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, come, curse me, Jacob, and come defy Israel. All right. And so this was Balaam, all right, which was a heathen. And he was talking of Balak, the king of Moab, which was another heathen, and Balak was telling him to curse us, us Israelites, and to defy us. Right. This is verse 8. It says, how shall I curse whom God hath not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord have not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, and the number of the fourth part of Israel? He said, let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. All right. So he was ultimately letting Balak know, I can't do what you telling me to do, because the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he not telling me to do that. And I can't do nothing that he don't tell me to do. All right, that's why verse 10 again, he said, who can count the dust of Jacob, all right, of the Israelites, and number of the fourth part of Israel? You can't even number a fourth of the Israelites, because we're as the sand of the sea, all right, as the stars of heaven for a multitude, all right. And then check out what he said. He said, let me die the death of the righteous, all right, the righteous, talking about the Israelites. Who are the righteous? We were made to be righteous. That is our first nature. All right. We were made to be that way. It says, and let my last end be like his, even though it won't, because he's not an Israelite. OK, but, this is what he's seen and was like, man, let me see. Verse 19, it says, God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall it not, and shall he not make it good? Because the will of the Father is going to happen. Verse 23, he said, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath God wrought? There's no enchantment against the Israelites, man. All right, because we are the righteous. That was the point of me getting this. All right, that he said, let me die the death of the righteous. All right, and he was talking about the Israelites, all right, as a whole, because that is how we were made. Okay, now, of course, now we're in this flesh that we had to experience for our learning. All right, and so now some of our people revert to the flesh like this is who they are. But just like it says here in Jeremiah real quick, Jeremiah, I think it's 17. Jeremiah 17 and 5. Yes, it says, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. All right, and whose mind departed from the Lord. All right, because we were made to be the righteous. So he said, all right, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, that trusteth in flesh, and maketh flesh his arm, and make this who you are, and this what you revert to. All right, because right now that can happen because we are in the flesh, but we had to experience that. But the thing is, we are set, the Israelites are set to fight against the flesh, because this is not who we are. All right. We're not the flesh. This is not what we should revert to, because this is not our nature. Our nature is being the righteous. All right. Our nature is following the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the ways that he gave us, which was the ways of righteousness, the ways of life. All right. Let me continue on. This is the book of Psalms 99. The book of Psalms 99 and 4. It says, the king's strength also loveth judgment. Thou doth establish equity. Thou executest judgment and righteousness in Jacob. Thou executest judgment. Thou executest righteousness in Jacob. All right. Let's get that word executest, which is the Hebrew 6213 Aisha, which is to do, fashion, accomplish, make, to produce. All right. To do, work, make, produce. All right. Produce, prepare. All right. To bring about, to be produced. All right. So this is how he fashioned us. All right. This is how he made us, produced. So thou executed judgment and thou executed righteousness in Jacob. All right. This is how he fashioned us to be righteous. All right. In Jacob. This is how he made us ultimately. All right. And we're going to revert ultimately back to those ways, all of us ultimately. All right. But the thing is, the elect is going to revert to that and rehearse the righteous acts to the best of their ability and fight this, the flesh, understanding that this ain't our nature. Our nature is being righteous. Our nature is being the gods that he made us to be, even though right now we're being purified and perfected to be those gods. So sometimes we do mess up, all right, because we were subject to vanity right now, just all for our learning though, okay? And our nature is righteousness, All right. Our nature is life. All right. That's our nature. And so we should revert back to our nature and rehearse that right now. Because ultimately in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to perform it. All right. And we're going to just